Hi, Avery.
Vicky is very experienced in which challenge was it that you did, Vicky?
Hong Kong to Hanoi in last year, October.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for coming to talk to us about it and let everybody know what your experiences were.
Yeah.
Cool. And so, okay, so what made you want to do this? This was your first big bicycle ride, right?
Yeah.
Why did you want to do it?
The first and the only one. Because I always wanted to take some adventure, but I was too lazy to do any planning by myself. And I always think about it in my head, but I never apply it. But
really? So it's something you've been thinking about doing for a long time?
Yeah, because I knew you before. I knew you cycled from England to Hong Kong. I find it very, it's something like I always wanted to like maybe at least once in my life, and I happened to find this trip, and I don't have to do anything except just get on the road and cycle, pedal, because you've done everything else for us. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Oh, cool. So okay. So this was your first trip. Were you nervous about it?
To be honest, yes. Before I start the cycling, but as long as I start to cycle, I find out you started, you have to try your best to finish it. Yeah.
And you finished it, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. I remember we went out for that drink on the week before, and you were thinking, well, gosh, I think I'm going to just cycle to the checkpoint every day, but you actually finished everything.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, great. And so you did it. It was obviously quite hard. What was the toughest thing about it? What was the hardest moment?
The fourth day, which is the longest route, it's about 200 kilometers.
From not Wuhan, from Wuchuan to Hepu.
Yes.
Near Beihai.
Yeah.
209 kilometers.
Because I heard my team talking about that it's quite challenging. Even they kind of nervous about it, so which made me more nervous because I don't have much experience.
Really? What were they saying?
Just worried that might be take them a quite long time, and they will try their best, and maybe their butt will be painful after the whole day.
No, I remember everybody's just a bit nervous because it's a really long way, isn't it? Nobody's ever tried to cycle that far before, but they all did it, and you managed to do it, right? Yes. And well, okay. So was there any time during the trip where you just really thought, "Oh no, I've taken on too much. I'm not going to be able to make it." Do you ever think that at any point?
Surprisingly, I'm a quite determined person. As long as I started, I never thought about that.
That's the mad dog spirit.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, I'm the same thing. People ask me the same thing about my big ride, and I always say the same thing. If you've started and you really want to do it, nothing's going to stop you, right? Cool. And okay, so what was the most satisfying thing about it? So you did it. What was the most satisfying thing about this big trip? Going from Hong Kong to Hanoi.
Every night when I finished my cycling and arrived at the hotel, I feel very satisfied. And when I'm very hungry, almost every single minute I'm hungry. But then the minute I saw Jasmine and you with the pasta, I feel very, very happy.
You enjoy your food.
Yeah, I love it. And
checkpoints, right?
Provide chocolates and energy bars, things like that.
Cool.
I was always very excited to see the petrol station.
Really?
Because that means I've made it at least 1/4 of it, and I can have a rest. I can go to the toilet. I can meet my team. Over there at the petrol station.
So petrol stations were very nice because you could stop and have a proper break.
Yes.
Yes.
Even now,
useful.
when I'm sitting in the petrol station in Hong Kong, I feel very happy. It reminds me that the experience, the days when I was cycling.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, okay. So what was the funniest thing that happened to you then?
The first day after the cycling and the sore muscle, so everybody find it hard to sit down, to even go to the toilet. So we were
really?
We were like, yeah.
What advice would you give someone who is thinking of coming on a challenge?
Actually, just have more faith in yourself, because I didn't have any experience in cycling, and if I can make it, then you can make it. Just have more faith in yourself. You're stronger than you think. I think that's the Mad Dog spirit. Right?
Quite right. And look,
No.
we got a picture on the wall. Vicky at the end with a beer in her hand, very proud.
No makeup.
Well, we can see how glamorous you look, here today. So fantastic. Okay, so what would you do it again?
Absolutely. I'm thinking. I was talking with my friends that I would like to join the Taiwan trip. It's
Taipei to Kenting.
Yeah, the east of Taiwan. Yeah.
It's
How
a
long
good
does
trip.
it take?
That's much shorter than Hong Kong to Hanoi. That's 4 days. 4 days. So okay.
Yeah, I would love to join.
That's good to hear, Vicky. It would be nice to have you again. Cool.